Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara and I am currently living in the DR, which stands for Dominican Republic. I don't know why that was so awkward all of a sudden, but today I'm talking about Uber here in the DR because I mentioned this in a previous video as an easy transportation method, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit more because not all of the experiences I have been positive with Uber here. So to start off, I do have to say I have never used Uber in the US. So I can't say I'm really comparing this to anything. I'm just talking about my experience with Uber here. Let's start with this. Most of the time it does work. You enter the location where you want to go, they pick you up, they take you there. It's fine. That's about what I would say 90% of my rides have been. The other 10%, something happens, like the driver is in a place on the map and he's not moving. And it's been saying he's 10 minutes away for 10 minutes. So in those cases, sometimes I don't really know what's happening. One time a guy said he had a car problem he had to fix and he would just be a little bit longer, but it's like, why did you take the ride if you're gonna be all this time? Like, I don't know, maybe it was us being Americans, we didn't want to wait. Maybe a Dominican would have waited 30 minutes for him to get his act together, but sorry, not me. Another time, what happened was, this has happened multiple times, where the guy doesn't move on the map, and then in a few minutes he texts efectivo. So this is if you choose to pay with a card. Then they'll message you efectivo, which means cash. They want you to pay in cash instead. And it's like, I chose card for a reason. Sorry. And that's annoying, but those people do exist. That has happened several times to me, my roommate. Yeah, that's happened a lot of times. Either way, someone has to cancel if they don't take the ride. Either you have to cancel and then you have to pay a fee on your next one because you started the ride, or they cancel and they have to pay the fee. Either way, it's just annoying because they're trying to get you to cancel so then they don't have to pay the fee, and it's just like, don't accept the ride. As I said, it's mostly good. Just a few instances have been bad. Another time, I don't know what even happened in this instance, but it was my roommate who got the ride on her phone. The guy was saying he was there. We were at a park, but we didn't see him, but there was like a main road and then the parking lot. We thought he would come in the parking lot to the entrance, but I don't know what happened. I saw the car. I had already seen the license plate on her phone, so I looked at the license plate and that was it. And then we went up to the window. He rolled down the window and we like made sure it was the right person. He was like, no, but he had the same license plate. That you're our person. What the heck? That was confusing. I don't know if he was just being racist or something, but it happened. Oh, another time with my roommate, the guy was moving, but it was the efectivo thing. He was just going in circles. It was so annoying, but like she stood her ground. She was like, I'm not canceling. He has to cancel if he really has a problem. So that was a rough situation too. We had to wait even longer to wait for him to cancel and then get another one. But most of the time it works well, I do have to say. It's convenient and it's comfortable. They're air conditioned. So it's been nice. Another time, usually this happens when I try to go to the airport. That also can bring problems because it's a little bit of a longer ride, and I think there's a toll you have to pay on the road towards the airport or something. And usually Uber puts the price around 400 to 500 pesos for me to get to the airport from here, but usually the guys try to get more. The Uber guys, I say guys because I think I've only ever been in a car with one driver that was a woman. If you're going to the airport, they try to ask for more. One time, the last time I got here in August, we ordered the Uber. He came all the way and then he said, here's the deal. He got out of his car, stood there like this and was like, here's the deal. I'll take 1,500, even though the Uber had told us the Uber price was like 400 or 500. And we were like, no, we're not paying that much. So then we got on InDriver, which can be a good Uber alternative in case you are having problems with Uber and you do have cash, because InDriver is all cash. You just name your price and then the drivers will see if they want to take that price and they take that price. Or you can sort of counter offer and go back and forth. But yeah, that's a better alternative to be more sure that you're going to get the price that you want. Well, not really, because Uber is supposed to be set in stone, and usually it is. But like in terms of getting to the airport, or sometimes also after curfew, that can also bring problems. So when there was a very early curfew, and I did have to travel around or close to the curfew at times, the price was always higher when it got really close to the curfew, because obviously everyone's rushing trying to get home before the curfew, so the prices are going to be up. But if it's after curfew, that's when they really start to play with you with the prices and the efectivo thing. So in my opinion, the best thing to do is, if you can help it, obviously if your flight is getting here late and you have to travel after curfew and you don't have any choice, if you want to have a successful Uber ride, try to make sure it is not close to the curfew time, because that is going to bump up the price. And it's also going to just get you in a mess in traffic. And number two, try to pay in cash if you can, because obviously that whole situation where they ask you to pay in cash is not going to happen. But I've paid successfully with card several times. So if you're traveling during the day, a small distance, usually it should be fine. But if it's a long way away to the airport or something, well, you better just hope and pray you don't have any problems. Overall, like I said, these cases have been the minority, and the majority of my rides have gone well, and it's very convenient to have Uber. In Honduras, we had taxis, which were also very convenient because you didn't have to order anything on your phone. You didn't have to worry about having Wi-Fi, which was a concern for me because I did not have internet there. I didn't even get a new SIM card or anything. I just totally depended on Wi-Fi. So when I was out somewhere, I had to just depend on the fact that if I walked out on the street, there would be a taxi passing by, and I just pay him $1 to take me back home. But with Uber here, no, you can't do that, and the taxis aren't as reliable or as safe. So Uber is definitely the safer option, and usually the cheaper option. Uber is overall reliable, and it's safe, and it's comfortable, so that is very good. As I mentioned, in Honduras, we had taxis that were shared. I don't know how they're doing that now in the pandemic. Maybe just less people per taxi. I know that's sort of what they do here. Before, here they fit like 6 people in a taxi or a shared car, and now it's like 4, so like a normal amount of people per seat. But yes, in Honduras, I do miss how cheap it was. I could just hop in a taxi, pay them $1, and they took me wherever I needed to go in our little town. That was nice. But of course, Uber here is comfortable and air conditioning, and that's nice too. There were positives to both things, so I'm not complaining. Anyways, I've gotten totally off track here talking about taxis in Honduras, but this was about Uber. So yes, Uber in the DR is effective. It's great if you need to use it. Try to pay in cash, especially if it's closer to the curfew time, and try to be flexible with the price if it's closer to the curfew time, because you know they're going to bump it up, especially if you're coming from or going to the airport. So yes, that was my little summary of my Uber experiences here. Again, they've been mostly positive, but just wanted to share those little uncomfortable situations that I've had. And now we have one of those trucks selling something passing by, so it's a little noisy as always, but it's going to be really slow, so it's going to take a while, so I'm just going to finish this video. Okay. No, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. But my phone doesn't run out of space. Faster! Those trucks are so slow. I hate when I'm trying to cross the street, but one of them's coming. I'm like, I could probably just run across. But, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great I thought they shut up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!